loves, welcome to Tuesday of breakfast week of my vegan cooking school series. I have a granola and a granola recipe for you today, and I've adapted the granola recipe from a healthy cookie recipe, so I hope you enjoy it. And if you want to know what's coming tomorrow, stay at the end of this video for the sneak peek. Otherwise, let's get started. Okay, so the first recipe I'm going to show you is this fruit and nut no oil granola. It has beautiful crunchy clusters, the perfect amount of sweetness, is slightly chewy and is oh so tasty. You will need 3 cups of oats. I'm using rolled oats here. 1 ripe banana, make sure it has brown spots to know it's ripe. 1/4 cup of coconut and 1/4 cup of almonds. 1 tablespoon of coconut sugar or sweetener of choice. And 1/4 cup of apricots and 1/4 cup of raisins or fruit of choice. So let's go ahead and preheat our oven to 180 degrees. So here the banana in this recipe is going to be the substitute for our oil. And like a lot of other recipes I'd seen that didn't have oil, they seem to be loaded in loads of maple syrup or some other sweetener instead. But with this banana we won't need that either. And the great thing is, if you don't like bananas, because we're using such a high ratio of oats to banana, you're not going to taste it. So here, just keep mixing until all your banana is thoroughly incorporated and there are no lumps. And just add your coconut sugar. Just for a bit of sweetness, but not too much. Now add your shredded coconut and your almonds. This is where we'll get our healthy fats. So here, grab your baking pan lined with baking paper and dump out your mix. And you just want to press it into your tin. You want to make sure you press it in well, because this is what's going to give us those beautiful clusters. If the mix is too loose, it will just crumble. So when it's all thoroughly pressed in, pop it into the oven. Okay, so bake for 12 minutes. Or until lovely and golden brown like this. And then just be careful, don't burn your fingers, but what you want to do is flip pieces over until you have them all over like this. And then we want to cook this side until it is golden brown as well, which will take an additional 5 minutes. So when you take it out the oven, you'll have both sides beautiful and golden. And we just want to break up those big pieces into smaller clusters. And just to mention, your granola will be slightly soft when you first take it out of the oven, but as it cools it will get harder. So go ahead and add in your apricots and raisins. The reason why we add them in at this stage is because otherwise they can tend to burn. This also gives you the option of leaving out dried fruit if you wish, and you can just serve it with fresh fruit instead. So now just pop it into an airtight container and it will stay fresh in here for about 4 days. So this granola is going to have your kitchen smelling absolutely beautiful, and it's guilt-free, healthy, it's packed with nutrients, and it's going to give you sustainable energy. And what I love about granola is that it's so versatile. You can sprinkle it on top of your overnight oats. You can sprinkle it on your smoothie bowl, or you can just have it with fresh fruit and your dairy-free milk of choice. So I love this recipe. I make it at least twice a week, and because I'm a chocoholic, I just had to make a chalky version. You will need 3 cups of oats, except mine is 2 tablespoons this time. This is because the cocoa powder in this is going to make it more dry. 1 ripe banana as before, 1/4 cup of coconut, and I'm using 1/4 cup of peanuts this time, 2 heaped tablespoons of cocoa powder, any dried fruit of choice, and this time I'm using 1/4 cup of dates, and 1 tablespoon of coconut sugar, along with 2 tablespoons of Natvia. So you need more sweetness for this recipe to balance out the cocoa, and I like to use the Natvia for that. It's like stevia but much nicer. Of course, if you can't get any Natvia where you are, you can use your sweetener of choice or another couple of tablespoons of coconut sugar. So you can see here I'm adding my dates, but as I mentioned before, you can leave out dried fruit if you wish, and you can also leave out the nuts if you wish. In fact, lately I've been enjoying this with just a shredded coconut. And if you want an even more chocolatey treat, you could always add in some dark chocolate chips or some cacao nibs. So my favourite way to eat this chalky granola is with some fresh sliced banana and some almond milk. The milk turns chocolatey and it is so delicious. Okay, so for my third and final recipe, I have this rawnola. Rawnola is the uncooked version of granola, and it's just so easy to make. And today I'm going to share with you this beautiful zesty version. You will need 1 cup of oats, 120 grams of soaked dates, juice and zest of 1 lemon, 1/4 cup of shredded coconut, and 1/4 cup of apricots. So just add your oats and your soaked dates to your processor, and you just want to make sure these are blended really well. This may take a few minutes. So you can go ahead and eat your granola just like this, with just dates and nothing else added. It should be a little bit sticky and a little bit crumbly, and it'll be beautiful just as it is. But for a bit of va-va-voom, I love this zesty version. I just love how the dates and the lemon really complement each other. And as a side note, if you don't want it quite so zingy, you can reduce the amount of juice or zest. So I've just pulsed in the rest of my ingredients, and that is it. So quick and so easy. So I'm just popping my granola into a jar. This is because I like to make this when I'm busy and need a breakfast or snack on the go. This is perfect for a pre or post workout brekkie or a snack on a hike. So my favourite way to eat this is just straight out the jar because it's just so tasty on its own, but occasionally I will also have it with a couple of tablespoons of coconut yogurt. And of course you can also serve this with your favourite dairy-free milk. So now I'm going to devour this entire bowl. So I hope you like those recipes. Let me know if you tried them out, and let me know if you have any questions. If you want to check out yesterday's video, and I hope you join me tomorrow for Smoothie Bowl Day. Otherwise, this is Lisa Jane B. Remember, it's good to be me. See you tomorrow. Bye!